Hi everyone. Just make sure everything is straight on my end. I think we're okay. I think we look good. Hello. How are you doing today? I am Ruth Norton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you need to order any supplies, please head to my online store. Use this host code if your order is under $150. And if it's over $150, don't use the host code. You'll receive Stampin' Rewards. But I would appreciate any shopping if you want to shop with me this month. That would be fantastic. I appreciate all orders. And when you do order, any size order, you'll receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects from me. So that's fun. And then when you, during celebration, for every $50 you purchase, you get something free. So let's get into, okay, let's talk about celebration. We are in celebration. You guys will have to excuse me. I'm very distracted today. My son is, we're on day 4 of him being home this week for him being sick. So it's been a fun week, to say the least. And there's been lots of cleaning, lots of Lysoling, lots of making sure it doesn't spread. But he is, I think he's improving, but it's just been a long week. And it's been, yeah, it's been a long week. He's been home. I haven't talked to an adult except my husband in about 4 days, so and I haven't left the house, and yeah, it's been great. But I have gotten a lot of work done and lots of cleaning done, so that's good. All right, so celebration is going on. This is a 3-month promotion. This is the best promotion of the year. For every $50 you spend, you get to choose a free item. Some items are a $100 item, and then we have this incredible Ladybug stamp set in the back. This is the little Ladybug set. Now this is only available for hosts or for people who purchase $300 at once. It's free with a $300 order, or you can get it free by hosting a party. Now if you're local, I'm happy to do an in-person party. If you're not local, I am happy to set up a host code for you where you would have your friends order on that specific host code, and then once it reaches 300, you're going to get this stamp set for free. So there's lots of different ways to earn it. There's, especially if you're local, we can talk about lots of different classes. If this is a stamp set that you love, this is only available for those larger orders. Like I said, it has to be a $300 order. It has to be all at once. You can't do smaller orders all at different times. It has to be one large order or a combination of multiple orders that make up to 300. So, but this is a fantastic stamp set, and I've been using it a ton. And it's going to be even more valuable in February when we have our coordination product promotion coming, and there's going to be Ladybug dies. Those are going to be fantastic, and I have them. Let me show them to you. They're better to see in person, or at least bigger. So this is the Ladybug stamp set, and then these are the dies, and you can see how many dies come in here. And all of these cut out those images. And you get a different one if you just want that flower. You have one that's only going to cut out that flower, and then you also have one that will cut out the stem as well. And then there's all these little dies, this little flower and the little leaves, and there's another little flower, and then a little line which you can make it look them flying, and grass. I mean, it's a fantastic die set. But again, coordinates with this one, so you definitely want to have this stamp set too. So if you're interested in getting this one free, go ahead and send me a message, send me an email, and we'll talk about how we can get you to that $300 level so that you can get that stamp set for free. So let's talk about the project we're going to make today, and we're going to use the dies. We're not going to use the stamp set today. We're going to use the dies, but the stamp set is super cute, and I've made lots of projects with it. So the product release that's coming in February, demonstrators are allowed to pre-order this now if you've been thinking of joining my team. There's lots of new stuff coming, lots of stuff that coordinates this special day dies. Will coordinate with that sweet raccoon set, the special someone set, and then we also have some amazing DSP coming, dies that coordinate with some of our other celebration products. So lots and lots of amazing coordination coming, so you don't want to miss that. So if you're already shopping from the celebration brochure, if you're already getting free stuff out of here, make sure to check this in February. Make sure you get all that coordinating stuff that you need. All right, I think that's it. Paper pumpkin Next month is going to be birthday cards, which is fantastic. So if you haven't subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, make sure you do so by February 10th so that you can get February's Paper Pumpkin. It looks pretty amazing. I think they said it was 9 birthday cards, and I'm so excited. And my January Paper Pumpkin is on its way to me. I haven't checked tracking, but maybe in the next day or two I'll get that. And what else? Join my team. This is a fantastic time to join my team. When you join during celebration, you not only get this amazing little mini trimmer, but you also get, let's see, is this the right stack? Yes, you also get the a stack of 6x6 DSP, and this is all DSPs from the mini catalog, from the celebration catalog. Lots of different patterns in here, lots of different packages in here. So you get this free, you get the paper free, you also get any free stamp set of your choice, so make sure you choose the most expensive stamp set on your list. And that is all in addition to the $125 in product that you're going to get to choose too. And it's only $99, no tax, and it ships, or there is tax, but it ships for free. $99 plus tax, but free shipping. And you get to join my team, which is so much fun. We have so much fun. And I've welcomed many people to my team already this month. So don't miss that opportunity. Celebration is a fantastic time to join, and that mini paper trimmer is 100% worth it. You will not regret that mini paper trimmer, I promise. All right, let me show you what we're making today, you guys. I am so excited about this card. We are making this little pyramid card. Now, I know in the camera it's going to be a little odd, but it stands up, and it is shaped like a triangle. When you send it to somebody, it can stand up right on their desk. Isn't that adorable? That's so super cute. So I have 2 different kinds, 2 different ones to show you here, and then we're going to actually make a 3rd version. So isn't that so cute? And it's a lot easier than you think it is. And it folds flat to mail. It folds flat in an envelope to mail. I think this is the one yes, so it goes like, folds flat in a mail. I'm going to talk about this one in a minute. You can see that this one won't fit in an envelope because I let it hang over a little bit here, but this one will absolutely fit in that envelope. So I'm going to show you how not to make this mistake, but how to make it like this so that it will fit in an envelope. But isn't that so cute? So it folds flat, and then there's just a little slit right here. This corner slides in, and it stands right up. Isn't that adorable? I just love this card. Now, this was not my original creation. You may have seen these all over too. They're all over Facebook. They're all over Pinterest. I learned how to make this from Rachel Tessman, who she does so much stuff with Paper Pumpkin, and I think it was the December Paper Pumpkin that she actually modified into one of these pyramid cards, and they're pretty amazing. So I'm going to show you how to do it though, and we're going to use some of those Ladybug dies. Okay, so let me show you the supplies that you're going to need to make it. So you will need 3 pieces, and each piece is 4x4. So you need 3 squares that are 4x4, and then you will need 3 triangles of DSP or whatever you want to decorate it with. You can also do cardstock, however you want to decorate it. These triangles were from a 3 3/4 inch square. So I just cut a 3 3/4 inch square, and then you just cut it in half diagonally, and you get triangles, and you will need 3 of those. Okay? So, and then some other supplies that I have. I just have a white stitched oval. This is from our Stitch Shapes dies. This is the 2nd smallest. And then I have an Old Olive scalloped oval. This is from our layering ovals, and then it's just, it's the one that coordinates with this. I'm not sure which. It's one of the smaller ones, but it coordinates with the stitched oval. And then from our Ladybug dies, I've already pre-done these. These are some So Saffron flowers, and then I have some Pear Pizzazz, or these might be Old Olive. Are they Old Olive? I think they might be Old Olive leaves. Aren't those flowers? So these are from the Ladybug dies, but look at the detail that you get in those flowers. Aren't they amazing? I love them. So these are from the Ladybug dies, and I'll be using these flowers a ton. They are so cute. So we're going to set those aside. We don't want to lose them. And let's start with our squares of cardstock here. We're going to set everything else aside. So we're going to start with our squares, and I'm going to pull in my paper trimmer, and we're going to do a little bit of scoring on all of these, okay? So we have, they're 4x4 squares. We're going to score them all exactly the same. We're going to score them diagonally. It doesn't matter which diagonal. It's a square, so it doesn't matter. You just want to make sure there's a little track here. Let me pull out my there's this little track here. You just want to make sure each point is lined up in that track. So once I get this top point on, I'm going to hold it up here just to make sure it doesn't move out of that track, and then I'm just going to move the bottom point. Once both points are in that track, I'm just going to close it and give it a good score. Okay, so we're just going it diagonally. We're going to do that to all 3 of them. Make sure that top track is in there, hold it down, turn it so that bottom point is in there, is in the track. Oops, I think I moved it. Let's try that again. Top one, bottom one, hold it nice and still, and then score. When you're using your paper cutter, make sure you're using your light colored scoring blade. You don't want to use the dark one because the dark one will cut. So I will show you. So there's 2 different blades on here, so you want to make sure this is a scoring one. Light scores, the darker one cuts. Now also on your blades, let me pull out a different blade so you can see. And we're going to use this little thing in a minute. I hope the camera is not going blurry, but there is a little line right here. I don't know if you can see that. I think there's a little line right on your blade right there. Might take your big tool, it's filthy. There's a little line on your blade right there. That lines up exactly to where that blade is. So when you're cutting, you'll know that it's not going to start cutting until it hits that line. And that is super important because we're going to do one more thing with our paper cutter real quick. We are going to cut in it real quick. So with your diagonal going from the bottom left to the top right, you are going to put it in your paper trimmer and you're going to line it up at 1 3/4. Okay, so I'm just going to line up on that line at 1 3/4. It's nice and square in here. And then I'm going to take that blade and I'm going to go about 1/2 inch up, and there is a ruler on the side of your bar here too, so I'm going to go about 1/2 inch up. I'm going to line up that little line on our blade that I just showed you, about 1/2 inch up. I'm going to set that down and I'm going to score up until that little line is just about to that score line. So I'm going to cut up. I'm not scoring, I'm actually cutting this time. We're using our cutting blade, and so that will give us that little slit that we need to insert. Let me take this off again so you can see that slit. That's going to give us that little slit to insert into our pockets to make it stand up. I hope that makes sense. So let me show you again. We're just going to line that up at 1 3/4, and you don't want to score it all the way to the bottom or cut it all the way to the bottom. You just want to make sure that you're cutting it just about up to that score line. So there you go. Easy peasy, right? So we just made that slit. That's all we did. So we scored them diagonally, and then just on one, we made a slit. And so we are done with our trimmer. I'm going to put that away, and we're going to bring back all of our pieces now. And we are going to, where's my bone folder? We're going to fold on all of them on that score line that we made. Score it diagonally. Now that was the hardest part of this card, you guys. That cutting and scoring was the hardest part of the card. The card will go together so easily now. Okay, so we have our 3 pieces. This is the one with our slit, so we're actually going to start with this one. And we're going to start gluing them together. Before we do any decorating, we're going to glue them together. I'm going to put on one of them, I'm going to put some glue, and I like the liquid glue because it gets all the way into those corners. And I'm only doing about half. So you can see, if you kind of quadrant this diamond off, I'm only doing about half of that one. And that will get glued down right on this one. Now the slit is on this side. We're gluing it to the opposite side of the slit. So I'm just going to lay that flat. I'm going to glue it down. The liquid glue will give me plenty of wiggle room to make sure that's nice and flat. Now the only thing you want to check is just to check when you're gluing it down, just check to make sure it still folds over on both sides when you're gluing it down, okay? So that's one. We're going to do the same thing to the other one. We're going to just put that on that corner, that one corner, and we're going to glue it down in the same exact way. Now it should be straight across the top up here, and you're gluing it right up against that score line. And again, that liquid glue is going to give you that little wiggle room. Again, just check, make sure that it folds on all sides. Just make sure that that's sticking down. Perfect. So that is the start of our of our card, and you can test it when you fold it over. You can put it in that little pocket and it'll stand. Isn't that so cute? Isn't that amazing? I love this card, and it will fold flat. Now you may have to include some instructions. If this is something that you're sticking in the mail, you may have to include some quick instructions on how to make it stand. But it is so super cute. So let's do some decorating now. So we have those 3 pieces of DSP, and I'm going to glue them on all 3 pieces without the slit. So we're going to go through, and these are going to get glued on the pieces without the slit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so celebration is such a fun time. It is my favorite time of year. I truly love celebration. I love getting rewarded with all the free stuff with every $50 you purchase. And there's more stuff coming, guys. There will be a second release. So if you think you have everything you need, you're wrong. Stamp It Up will put out more stuff that we all need, right? All right. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys aren't sick. This flu bug is just horrendous. We took my son to the doctor earlier this weekend. The doctor was the one that actually said, yeah, he needs to stay home all week. Just a mom, you're like, oh. So he's gonna have a week of homework to make up, which kind of stinks, but he's a good student, so he'll do okay. But thankfully they're off on Monday, so he'll get just an extra day without any kind of penalty, so that's good. Okay, so we've glued all of those on, and again, I went with my liquid glue. You can use a dry adhesive if you want, but I love the liquid glue. You can get right into the corners. So that is so we've glued it on all of them except the panel over here. Now, if you did want to put a piece of DSP on the panel, I would recommend doing that and then cutting your slit, just so that everything lines up properly, okay? So we're just gonna do one more test, make sure that everything goes in. So cute. Now, I will say, if you didn't want to do the slit, you could always do a magnet. Just put a magnet or maybe some Velcro back here too, and that would hold it together as well. The slit, I think, is really easy, and it doesn't add a lot of bulk to your card, especially if you are gonna mail it. Now, to make sure that this goes into our envelope, we're going to fold it flat like this, because this is how it would go into your envelope. So we're going to make sure that everything's going to fit into our envelope. But before we do that, we're going to make our little tag. So I'm just going to set this aside. I'm going to bring in our little pieces for stamping. I have some lovely lipstick ink, and I didn't even mention the stamp set that we're using or where the DSP came from. Hello. So the DSP that I used is from the Best Dressed DSP. This is in the mini catalog, and this is so pretty. It is some of my favorite DSP, and I didn't think I was going to like it. I don't have the Best Dressed Suite yet. I will be getting it. It just went on my wish list. But the floral patterns in here are amazing. And then the back side, this one has lipstick on it. There's like lipstick and handbags and perfumes and just all kinds of, this one has stripes. So this is such a fantastic, there's some like makeup and some perfume. This is such a fun DSP pack, even if you don't want like the makeup or the purses. It's such a fun DSP with just those floral patterns are gorgeous. So that's the DSP that we're using. The cardstock was lovely lipstick, and then this is the stamp set that we're using. We're using this happy birthday greeting. This is a sending you thoughts. This is our celebration. This is a celebration option. You can get this one for free with a $50 order. So I'm gonna use that happy birthday. Oh, this is the wrong happy birthday. I meant to use this one. Let's use this one. Because what happy birthday? This is from the Peaceful Moments, I think, but I meant to grab that one. I have too many stamp sets out, so let me just clean this one off, and then we'll pull out that other one. Okay, let's see. Sending you thoughts. This is the one we want. This is the happy birthday one I want. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that's nice and inked up with my lovely lipstick, and I'm going to ink this down or stamp it down. So you guys, one more thing that I wanted to mention, and I'll be doing a post about it in the next day or two, but my February class is coming February 8th. It is going to be such a fun class. If you're local in the Albuquerque area, please consider coming, and this one's going to be really fun. We have the class theme is DSP Easy as 1, 2, 3. And I've just spent some time yesterday designing those cards, and they are so cute. And it's lots of ways to use your DSP and to, not to hoard it, but to use it in lots of fun, different ways that maybe you've never done. So, and you'll make 5 of those cards in my class. So that's one reason to come to my class. But the most important reason to come to my class is that I'm going to have another special guest attending my class. I've been so blessed in the last few months to have so many amazing people coming to my classes. And in February, I'm going to have Karen Titus at my classes. Now, Karen Titus she is number 5 in the world right now. She's a top demonstrator, number 5 in the world, and she just hit her $1 million in sales late last year. And she had her $1 million celebration at the home office in December. So just a really, really fun time. She's actually, I'm in her downline. I'm in kind of her 3rd level of her downline, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense unless you kind of know the termage, but I'm in her third level. And so she's just stopping through New Mexico. She's originally from Minnesota. She's stopping through New Mexico, and she will be attending my class, and then a special team event for my team right after my class. So now's a great time to join my team too, because you get to come to that amazing team event with Karen Titus. And just come to my class because she'll be there too, her and her husband Tim. I think Tim will be there. I know Karen will, but I think Tim will be there too. So such a fun time. So that's an amazing reason to come to my class. And again, I'll have information about that posted probably in the next day or 2. So I just used some snail adhesive and adhered that stitched oval to the old olive oval. And then we're going to stick this on. I'm going to use some dimensionals for this. I'm actually using mini dimensionals because that's what's on my desk. Now, when I adhere this down, I only want dimensionals on one side. So I'm only going to add a few just on that one side. So now, if we were to make this straight, then when it's assembled, your greeting is going to be all crooked. So what you want to do is kind of hold it in a diamond pattern and just make sure that it's straight that way. So it will be straight when it's assembled, but it's going to go in kind of sideways. But when it's all nice and assembled, your greeting will be nice and straight. So I hope that makes sense. So don't go by this line. You got to turn it and kind of orient it like this when you're assembling your card. So you can see now that we've made sure that it's covering both of these panels, it'll go in an envelope just fine. So just make sure you don't glue it on this side. We only glued it on this side, okay? So now we're going to just go ahead and adhere our little additional flowers that we cut out. And I think I'm gonna pop one up on a little dimensional and a little baby dimensional. And the little mini dimensionals. And then the other ones I'm just going to adhere down. I'm going to use some liquid glue for that. You can also use glue dots. And this will all be on my blog tomorrow with some, not additional information, but some written instructions. So all those measurements that I told you will be up on my blog tomorrow. I'm going to put this one off to the side, and I'm going to add a little leaf on that one. So I'm just going to put a little dot of glue on here, and then I'm just going to kind of add that on just like that. Let that dry. And then this one I think I'm going to pop up right here, I think. And just make sure that when you're assembling, you just don't want it to hang off of this edge. So you can keep assembling as you want, just don't let it hang off. So I'm going to add that second leaf. I'm going to tuck right in here and just kind of adhere it and just make sure that it's not hanging off. But isn't that cute? So, so cute. So one more final touch. I have the Happiness Blooms dots, enamel dots. These are in the annual catalog. These have carried over from the mini catalog last spring. They're now in the annual catalog, and I love them. I love the colors of these. So cute. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going to put a lovely lipstick dot in the center of all of them. I'm going to use this side of my Take Your Pick tool. There we go. That worked better. So I'm just going to put a little dot in the center of all of them. Isn't that cute? It's so pretty. There we go. And again, this will all be up on my blog tomorrow with the video and all of the instructions written. So you can check that out if you didn't want to write anything down. You can check my blog tomorrow. It'll all be up. So cute, right guys? So you're going to stick this in the mail. It'll fit in a card. Make sure you just maybe write over here what they have to do. They need to insert this little corner right there. And then when they do, this will stand up on their little desk. And what a cute little reminder for them, just like that. Isn't that so cute? So, so cute. So I have a few more to show you that we showed at the beginning. And now all of these use the same DSP. This one uses these both have the So Sentimental bundle with them. That includes those, the bundle includes those stitched rectangles, so stitched scallop rectangles, and then that stamp set. All of the dies are from that Ladybug die, all those flowers. Aren't they so cute? So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you love this little pyramid card. I just love it. I think it's so cute. I just love all of these little cards. So thank you so much for joining me. Remember, if you do need to order any supplies, please head to my online store. Use this host code if your order is under $150. If it's over $150, you're going to get those Stampin' Rewards. So don't use the host code. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Remember, during celebration, for every $50 you purchase, you will get a free item from the celebration brochure. So make sure to check that out, and don't forget to add those to your orders. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will be back next week. Next week, I will be on a little later, I think at 11. There is an award ceremony at my son's school early in the morning, so I'm not sure I'll be back by 10 for that. So plan on 11, and next week will be my January online class where we're going to make 3 projects. So don't miss next week, and I'll see you guys next week, Thursday at 11. Bye!